Number 27, Lacey Kerr. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 6, Shelby Armstrong. In the circle for the Eagles, number 1, Atiana Stamper. The Eagles are coached by Michael Graves. He's assisted by Holly Tucker Vance and Hayden Dye. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the Anderson Trojans. Leading off and playing center field, number 8, Kara Davis. Batting second, the left fielder, number 12, Shelly Bent. Batting third, the designated player, number 00, Carson Hobbs. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 57, Lauren Brokovich. Batting fifth, playing third base, number 27, Cadence Barrick. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 22, Bella Harbor. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 10, Jenna Davis. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 11, Kinsley Owen. Batting ninth, the catcher, number 20, Chloe Maness. And in the circle for the Trojans, number 15, Caroline Morgan. The Trojans are coached by Kelly Roberts. She's assisted by Vanessa Wilson.
On a partly cloudy 71-degree day, we welcome you to Hickory, North Carolina. It's Game 2 of Day 1 in the South Atlantic Conference Championship Series as the 3-seed Carson-Newman takes on 2-seeded Anderson with major postseason implications on the line. On the Eagle Sports Network, I'm Matt Scalzo. So delighted you could make me a part of your Thursday as 4 teams remain in the SAC tournament as we turn our attention to the tournament bracket and the championship bracket to be precise. Upset in Game 1. 4th-seeded Lincoln Memorial takes down top seed LR and advances in Game 1 of the championship series. So this game carrying a lot more weight because an elimination game lies ahead with the top-seeded Bears tomorrow for the loser of this contest. Carson-Newman in search of its first SAC tournament championship since 2018. They'll face Carson Hobbs, the SAC Player of the Year, in the circle to start things off. Malia Smith will lead off for Carson-Newman. It was sunny. It has turned cloudy and windy over the last 20 minutes with a passing rain cell to the north here in Hickory. As Smith steps into the lefty's batter's box, Hobbs, the left-hander, comes home on the first pitch, and an off-speed is stamped in the heart of the zone. First pitch coming at 4:36 local time here from Sheena Holler Field. It was a split in the regular season between these two sides. The 0-1, Smith shows down a bunt and is unable to connect with it. Falls behind 0-2 against Hobbs. Abby Martin and Macaulay Bailey, the center fielder and first baseman, set to follow Smith in this order. A couple of changes from the last game for Michael Graves. The 0-2 hangs outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cleanup hitters Grace Gregory, the third baseman that has been swinging a hot bat and coming off a record-breaking day in Game 2 against Catawba. And then Addie Saunders, the left fielder, bats fifth. Here's the 1-2 from Hobbs. Wave and a miss. Smith goes after the drop pitch, and Hobbs has her first strikeout. For out number 1 here in the top of the first inning.
Number 14, Abby Martin.
Anne-Marie Richards, the catcher, bats 6th. Katie Mathena, the right fielder, batting 7th, up 1 spot in the lineup. Lacey Keck makes her first start at the DP spot. As here comes the first pitch to Martin. Sizzles on the outer part of the plate from Hobbs, 0-1. And then Shelby Armstrong returns to the lineup at second base in place of Reese Winchester. Here comes the 0-1. Martin, slow roller towards second base, picked up by Kinsley Dunn. An underhand toss to first, and there's out number 2. Looking defensively at Anderson. Kara Davis is in straightaway center with Bella Harbor joining her in right. Shelby Bant is in left. From first to third around the infield, it's Lauren Brockovic, Kinsley Dunn, Jenna Davis, and Cadence Barrett. Chloe Maness completes the battery with Hobbs as Macaulay Bailey steps into the righty's batter's box. And the first pitch from Hobbs is an off-speed. Drops into the zone. And it's 0-1. That is the bread and butter for Carson Hobbs. Loves her changeup. And at times that has been a pitch that Carson-Newman has struggled with. The 0-1. A little low and off the plate to Bailey. 1-1. Appeal down to first. And first base umpire Jack Kling says Bailey did not go around. Ray Thacker's at third, and Amber DeWall is calling balls and strikes. The 1-1 to Bailey. Lifted in the air, right field. Drifting into foul territory, the second baseman Dunn is over there, and she'll make the grab for out number 3. A 1-2-3, top of the first inning for Carson Hobbs. She'll hand the ball off to Atiana Stamper that gets the start for Carson-Newman here in Game 1. When we come back on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Leading off the bottom of the
Atiana
first
Stamper
for the
gets the
Trojans.
ball in Game
Center
1
fielder number
of
8, Kara Davis.
Game 2 of Day 1 in the SAC Championship Series against Anderson. A 1-2-3 top of the first for Carson Hobbs, and now her offense looks to crack the first-team All-SAC pitcher, and Atiana Stamper. Kara Davis leads off, standing in the lefty's batter's box. Shelby Bant and Carson Hobbs to follow against the right-hander in Stamper. Roxon deals the first pitch, and she finds the zone on the outer half, and it's 0-1 against Davis. Leadoff hitter, batting .310 this season. Has started every game for the Trojans. Here's the 0-1 to Davis. Rise ball, it sails above the letters, and Davis lays off it. Trojans in their all-white pinstripe home uniforms, thin black pinstripes down the jersey and pants with tall black socks. 1-1 from Stamper to Davis. Off the mark, and it's 2-1. Trojans written in gold, outline in black on the front of the jersey, numbers on the front and the back with the same look. A white batting helmet for those that choose to wear it. 2-1. Slapped foul, third base side, and into the Carson-Newman dugout. Athletic trainer Colby Reed twists out of the way. And the count goes to 2-2. For Carson-Newman, the alternate baby blue road uniforms with navy blue shoulders and a navy blue collar. Here's a 2-2 from Stamper. Davis on the ground, straight to second base. Armstrong gobbles it up and goes to first for out number 1. Carson-Newman Eagles written in white on the front of the jersey, outlined in navy blue with a navy blue number in the bottom right portion of the jersey, outlined in white. Number on the back with the same design. Navy blue pants with white socks. As here comes Shelby Bant, and the first pitch to the left fielder. This is high and tight, 1-0. Bant stands in the lefty's batter's box. and walks more than anybody in the South Atlantic Conference coming into today. 43 walks on the season. Here's the 1-0 from Stamper. Bant lifts it in the air. Down the left field line. Saunders moves over into foul territory, and there's out number 2. Looking at Carson-Newman defensively, Abby Martin commands center field. Addie Saunders, who just made the play, flanks in left, and Katie Mathena is in right. From first to third around the infield, it's Macaulay Bailey, Shelby Armstrong, Malia Smith, and Grace Gregory at the hot corner. Anne-Marie Richards is behind the dish. And the first pitch to Carson Hobbs hangs outside from Stamper, 1-0. Hobbs, a torrid stretch to the end of the year, catapulted herself atop the conference's RBI leaderboards. The 1-0. Off the mark from Stamper once more, missing just outside. 2-0. Now up to 66 total RBIs on the season, has 7 home runs, and is batting at a .437 clip. That's the second best mark in the conference behind Macaulay Bailey. 2-0. Hobbs pops it up and out of play, straight back. On to the grandstand here in Hickory on the campus of Lenore-Ryan University. Tremendous setup at Sheena Holler Field. Righty on lefty matchup. Here's the 2-1 to Hobbs. This is upstairs, 3-1. String of 3 consecutive lefties in the order for head coach Kelly Roberts in her first season at the helm. Guided Anderson to the second overall seed in the SAC tournament. Was named South Atlantic Conference Coach of the Year. The 3-1. Stamper burns the outside corner. And the count goes full against Hobbs. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Stamper looking to answer what Hobbs did in the top of the first. And the payoff pitch. Hobbs drives it into center field. Martin charging in, makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3, bottom of the first. 6 up and 6 down for both sides in the first inning. 0-0 as we go to the second on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Position change for the Trojans. 0-0 Carson Hobbs is the pitcher.
Top of the second inning. 0-0 through 1 between Anderson and Eagle Sports Network. Matt Scalzo with you. So glad you could join me for day 1 of the South Atlantic Conference Championship Series. LMU advances in the winner's bracket. First pitch to the from Hobbs, 1-0. The Rail Splitters taking down top seed and regular season champions Lenore-Ryan. 3-1 in is outside to the right-handed hitting third baseman, 2-0. Gregory, first team All-SAC at third base. One of the conference's top hitters in conference play, the 2-0. Gregory goes after the off-speed, lifts the fly ball down the left field line. Bent towards the corner is there for out number 1 here in the top of the second. Not as how to start here in game 1 in Hickory for Gregory as it was in game 2 against Catawba in the first round. Went 5 for 5 with a home run and 4 doubles. A record-setting day for the senior. Addie Saunders steps in the lefty's batter's box. And Hobbs He's outside against the first-team all-SAC outfielder. And it's 1-0. Saunders and Gregory in this 4 and 5 spot in the Carson-Newman order have been so big a part of this second half of the season surge. 1-0. Saunders, ground ball up the middle and into center field. Saunders with the game's first hit. Gets Carson-Newman a runner on base with one away in the top of the second inning, and it brings up Anne-Marie Richards.
Batting next for the Eagles, the catcher, number 19, Anne-Marie Richards.
To the middle part, 4, 5, and 6. This is what really has set Carson-Newman apart from what they've done in years past. Richards a part of that, what she's done as of late. First pitch is an off-speed from Hobbs that hangs above the letters against the right-handed hitting catcher, and it's 1-0. Richards, across her last 6 games, is 10 for 17 at the plate with 8 RBIs. 1-0. Ground ball back up the middle, and it's off the glove of the shortstop Davis and creeps into center field. We'll see if they ruled a hit or an error, but either way, after a flat of Gregory, the next two have reached for Carson-Newman as some
Batting next for Carson-Newman, the right fielder, number 4, Katie Mathena.
Sophomore right fielder. First pitch from the left-hander, Hobbs. Catches the bottom of his zone. Mathena bumping up in the lineup, batted in the 8th spot over the last handful of games. So what she's done with her bat, and especially in these spots, 0-1, outside, squares the count to 1-1. Makes a lot of sense for head coach Michael Graves to move her up in the order. Says it's been hard to ignore what Katie's done, especially with 2 outs. There she is in a 1-1 count with 1 away. Pounds it on the to third. Merrick picks it up, steps on third to retire Saunders, and doesn't have a play anywhere else. Puts 2 away. As it straight to third baseman.
Now batting for Carson-Newman, the designated
comes
player, number 27,
Lacey
Lacey
Keck.
Keck.
The freshman by way of Knoxville, Tennessee, adds a third lefty into the order for head coach Michael Graves. Makes her first start at the DP spot. Has been a change in the lineup as a pinch hitter over the last handful of games. First pitch from Hobbs. Brushes inside against Keck, and it's 1-0. Just the second non-pitcher start of the year for Keck. The 1-0. High and outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Has gotten a lot of time in the circle, but just made her first non-pitcher start at the end of March against Milligan. Went 3 for 3. Here comes the 2-0. Off speed that catches the bottom rail of the zone, 2-1. But it's a player that that head coach Michael Graves really likes. Says Keck has one of the smoothest swings he's seen, and she wants to compete. She wants to be out on the field, and she's just slowly elevated her game each week. The 2-1, a wave and a miss, went after an outside pitch from Hobbs, and it's 2-2. But in both games against Catawba in round 1 of the SAC tournament, Keck was a pinch hitting change for Sarah Walker at the DP spot. Here's the break even. Hobbs goes back to the exact same pitch in lefty's batter's box, and this time Keck learns her lesson, works the count full with 2 away in a 0-0 ball game in the top of the second. Richards at second in scoring position. Mathena at first. The payoff pitch. Wave and a miss. Back to the off speed by Hobbs. Gets Keck out in front of it. And she bookends the top of the second with a strikeout. Strands 2 on the bases for Carson-Newman. We get to the bottom of the second. 0-0 between Carson-Newman and Anderson here on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Lauren Brakovic leads off for Anderson here in the top of the second, the bottom half of the second, rather. 0-0 the score between Carson-Newman and Anderson. Atiana Stamper settles back into the circle and fires in a first pitch strike on the outer part of the plate to the right-handed hitting first baseman in Brakovic. Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagle Sports Network. So glad you could join me as the clouds have gave way to the sun shining on Sheena Holler Field. The 0-1. Upstairs with a rise ball for Stamper. Misses above the zone, 1-1. There was heavy rain last night into today, but it has turned into a stellar first day in Hickory, North Carolina for the championship series. The 1-1. Brakovic lifts a sky-high pop-up behind the dish. The catcher, Richards, calls everybody off and makes the play for out number 1 to retire Brakovic.
Stepping in next for Carson-Newman, the third baseman, number 27, Cadence Barrick.
Brings up the third baseman, Cadence Barrick, for Anderson here in the bottom of the second inning. Barrick set the tone in Game 1 when these two met back on March 21st at Carson-Newman. First pitch from Stamper finds the inner half, 0-1. Barrick went deep on what was her 6th home run of the season, a part of a 3-run first inning, the 0-1. A wave and a miss on a screwball from Stamper, and it's 0-2. Stamper looking for a different result this time around. Here comes the 0-2. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Cadence Barrick, says Atiana Stamper for out number 2, and her first strikeout of the championship series. Stamper has been so dynamic this season as first pitch swinging and a wave and a miss from Bella Harbor, the right fielder, and music played a little longer here at Sheena Holler Field. And so Harbor falls behind 0-1. 122 strikeouts now for Stamper this season. Here comes the 0-1. Harbor drives it in the air, left field into the corner, and it hooks foul of the foul pole and into the trees, and it's 0-2. Just 200 down the lines here at Sheena Holler Field. And so the count goes to 0-2 against the right fielder in Harbor. Among qualified players for Anderson is the lowest batting average at .241, but has some pop in that bat. 6 long balls this season. The 0-2, Harbor out in front of a rise ball. Pulls it foul into the Carson-Newman bullpen down the left field line. And the count stays where it is. Wind was calm, but it has picked up over the last hour, gusting from right field to left. No shift on here against Harbor. The 0-2. Check swing. Doesn't matter. Called strike 3. Back-to-back backwards Ks from Stamper. Her first 2 of the contest. And it's a 1-2-3, bottom of the second. Sends us into the third. 0-0 between Carson-Newman and Anderson on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
9-2 due up for Carson-Newman here in the top of the third. 0-0 between the Eagles and the Trojans. Here on the Eagles Sports Network, Matt Scalzo with you. Overjoyed that you could make me a part of your Thursday afternoon. Game 2 of day 1 from Hickory, North Carolina, the championship series. Carson Hobbs settles back into the circle, and the left-hander will face Shelby Armstrong to get things going. First pitch to Armstrong, drops into the zone, 0-1. Winner of this contest will face Lincoln Memorial after its upset of number 1 LR. 3-1 here in game 1 of the day. The 0-1 skips in, 1-1. Brooke Strickland, complete game for the Rail Splitters. Picked up timely hits off of Madison Wilson, the 1-1, and off-speed. Armstrong checks her swing, but a wrist break, and it's 1-2. Head coach Michael Graves trying to find some consistency in this 9 spot between Armstrong and Winchester as the season has moved along. 1-2. Misses outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Armstrong, a transfer from Roane State Community College, the lone junior on this Carson-Newman side. Here's a 2-2. Armstrong chops it foul, third base side. Picked up by Malia Smith, who stands on deck for Carson-Newman. Hobbs has surrendered 2 hits in the circle, back-to-back base hits from Addie Saunders and Anne-Marie Richards an inning ago, but was able to strand 2 an inning ago. Here's a break even to Armstrong. Slow roller back to Hobbs, fields it left of the circle, picks it up, and snaps it back to first for out number 1. An athletic play by Hobbs in the circle. Retires Armstrong on a slow roller back to the pitcher.
The shortstop, number 33,
and so it turns over now to the top of the order. First time through for Hobbs, a couple of strikeouts, a couple of base hits. First time against Smith, put her down on strikes. SAC Freshman of the Year against the Player of the Year. First pitch to Smith. Puts a bunt down, but it spins backwards behind home plate. 0-1. Round 1 between the rookie and the vet went in favor of the veteran in Hobbs. But Smith is fire starter atop this order. So much speed for the lefty slapper by way of Knoxville, Tennessee. Here comes the 0-1. Smith, slow roller towards second, picked up by Kinsley Dunn, rushes a throw to first, and it retires Smith by a step for out number 2 here in the third.
Up next for the Eagles, the center fielder, number 14, Abby Martin.
Dunn having to be quick to her feet a couple of times here against Smith, and the first time against Martin back in the first inning. Abby Martin settles into the righty's batter's box. First pitch to Martin is that go-to changeup. Buckles Martin for a second. The count goes to 0-1 on a first pitch strike. Third team All-SAC outfielder in Martin, her first postseason honor. Here's the 0-1. Misses low from Hobbs, 1 ball and 1 strike. When these two met in the regular season, it was a split. 4-3 in favor of Anderson in game 1, but for a 7-5 victory in game 2 for the Eagles. The 1-1 is high and outside to Martin, 2 balls and a strike. Head coach Michael Graves felt that his team could have won both games. Fell behind 4-0 to Anderson in game one. Here's the 2-1 to Martin. Line shot. It's over the head of the shortstop in Davis and into left center. Abby Martin picks up the third hit of the game for Carson-Newman. Puts some speed on the bases with two away as here comes Macaulay Bailey. In that game one, Carson-Newman had bases loaded with two away in the bottom of the seventh. Grace Gregory popped out and that ended that frame, but then it was Martin in game two that delivered a big hit in the sixth inning to give Carson-Newman a 7-5 lead, and that was the final score as Macaulay Bailey takes the first pitch low and away, 1-0. First team All-SAC first baseman in Bailey, her fourth different position across her 4-year career, and each of those positions she picked up an All-SAC honor. 1-0. Misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes to Bailey. For much of the season, it looked like Bailey was going to be the SAC Player of the Year, but it was Hobbs that just found something extra down the stretch. Time is called by the catcher, Chloe Maness. And we'll go out and talk to Hobbs in front of the circle. And so two of the conference's best in terms of their bats going head-to-head on the field with Bailey in the righty's batter's box and Hobbs the two-way threat in the circle. Dirt infield at Sheena Holler Field. And outside of course, the host, Lenore Ryan, Anderson, Carson-Newman, and Lincoln Memorial all with turf infields. See who that favors as this one moves along. The 2-0. Bailey, a slow roller straight to the shortstop in Davis. Gloves it with one hand, picks it up and fires to first and retires Bailey. Didn't seem overconfident in that swing. Just a check swing that rolled its way to short. Martin's left stranded on the bases. 0-0 through 2.5 innings from Hickory. Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagles Sports Network. Back after this.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
7, 8, and 9 in the Anderson order here in the bottom of the third inning. It begins with Jenna Davis, then Kinsley Dunn and Chloe Maness against Atiana Stamper. 0-0 between the 2-seed Anderson and 3-seed Carson-Newman on the Eagles Sports Network. Matt Scalzo with you. Stamper back in the circle, and the right-hander comes home on the first pitch to the lefty Davis. It brushes inside against the slapper, and she twists out of the way on a first pitch ball. Stamper pitched in both games in the first round victory against Catawba. The 1-0 rise ball misses up near the head of Davis, but a check swing glances off her bat. And it's a gift to Stamper to get the count to 1-1. Freshman went 12 innings, picking up the win in both game 1 and 2, totaling 12 strikeouts as the Eagles picked up the sweep. 2-1 in game 1 and 14-6 in the second contest, the 1-1. Called strike on the inner half to Davis, 1-2. Jenna Davis, a .330 hitter. There's the 1-2. Misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes for an Anderson team that coming into today was batting .338 on the season. Two of the top offenses in this conference going head-to-head. 2-2, Davis pops one up, center field. Martin creeps in just a touch and retires Davis for out number 1. Two of the top offenses, but as it is, especially in the postseason,
Kinsley Dunn.
pitching tends to shine just a touch. Didn't see it in Game 2 between Carson-Newman and Catawba. Both offenses saw something click, but here in Game 1 for both of these sides in the championship series, as the first pitch to Kinsley Dunn misses outside 1-0 against the right-handed hitting second baseman. Both pitchers have been up to the task. Hobbs has dealt with some traffic on the bases. The 1-0 to Dunn. Misses down and in, 2-0. For Stamper, it's been 7 up and 7 down through the first 2 and a third innings so far for the freshman right-hander. 2-0 upstairs against Dunn. Second baseman, just batting .239 this season. Making her 17th start on the year, but one of the smaller players, it's a tighter zone for her. Here comes the 3-0 from Stamper. Catches the outer half of the plate. 3-1. Dunn stands at 5 foot flat. As the shortest player among the starters, beating Shelby Armstrong by an inch. Here comes the 3-1. Right down the chute from Stamper, working backwards in this at-bat to get the count full. Infield and outfield playing straight up against Dunn. Middle infielders in Smith and Armstrong have their heels on the outfield grass. Corners even with the bags. Time is called in the box by Dunn. She'll walk up the third base side. There are some words of encouragement from head coach Kelly Roberts. Settles back into the righty's batter's box. Stamper home on the payoff pitch, and Dunn clips it straight back and out of play. 3-2. The count remains. Winner faces Lincoln Memorial tomorrow morning with a trip to the championship series on the line. And this double elimination pod, the 3-2, wave and a miss. Stamper was down 3-0, answers back with 4 straight strikes,
For the Trojans,
and gets a strikeout of Dunn for her third K of the afternoon. Pair of looking strikes, a foul ball, and then goes to the rise ball. Dunn can't lay off it. Here comes the 9-hitter, Chloe Maness. First pitch to Maness. This is high and outside to the right-handed hitting catcher. 1-0. Maness this season, a .250 hitter, starting in her 42nd game and 44th overall appearance. Here's the 1-0. Rise ball upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. 3 home runs, 23 ribbies. For the sophomore out of Belton, South Carolina. Stands in the righty's batter's box towards the top of the box. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Two balls and a strike with 2 away. Stamper home. Maness lifts it up and out of play. Down the first base side and hops over a Toyota Corolla parked by the stadium. Dangerous spot to be parked. Maness was 2 for 5 in the doubleheader back on March 21st against the Eagles. Break even from Stamper. A rise ball that just hangs above the letters, and for the second consecutive batter, it's a full count. Stamper in a righty-on-righty matchup, home on the payoff pitch. Check swing, did she go? Yes, she did! 9 up and 9 down for Stamper through the first 3 innings with 4 strikeouts. We head into the 4th, 0-0 between Carson-Newman and Anderson on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
For the Eagles, number
Through
47,
3 innings
Grace
from Sheena Holler Field
Gregory.
in Hickory, North Carolina. 0-0 between Carson-Newman and Anderson on the Eagles Sports Network. Matt Scalzo with you. It's been a pitcher's duel so far. Carson Hobbs, 3 scoreless, surrendering 3 hits. Atiana Stamper, 4 strikeouts, 9 up and 9 down for the freshman as Grace Gregory leads off and takes a first pitch strike from Hobbs on the outer part of the plate. Hobbs got the nod in game 1 when these two faced off back in middle of March. Went 6 innings, giving up 3 runs, both of them earned. The 0-1 drifts outside to the third baseman Gregory, 1-1. Struck out a pair and walked a pair as well. Picked up the win in that contest. Here's the 1-1. Gregory, hard shot up the middle and into center field. Leadoff base hit for Carson-Newman. Comes by its fire starter, Grace Gregory, who's been a vocal leader in her senior season, her final
Batting next for Carson-Newman,
year
the left fielder,
as a
number
softball
44,
player, and
Addie Sanders.
she's grateful every day to be a part of this team and what's been a long softball journey for the White House, Tennessee native. Brings up Addie Saunders in the lefty's batter's box, 1-for-1 with a base hit. Shows bunt and pulls back as it buzzes the tower of Saunders on a first pitch ball. But so often, as Gregory goes, so does this team. Here's the 1-0. A notch below the bottom rail of the zone. 2-0 now against Saunders. And more often than not, Gregory's had that marquee extra base hit, whether it's a home run, she's got 10 of them this season, or another double. Here's the 2-0. High to Saunders, 3 balls and no strikes. But she has been the straw that stirs the drink in the middle part of this Carson-Newman order. Giving chances to Addie Saunders, who is in the driver's seat. 3-0. Change up from Hobbs. Clips the inner half. 3-1. And during a 15-game winning streak, Gregory and Saunders powered this Carson-Newman offense. Here's the 3-1. Saunders slashes it into left field, and it will nestle in front of the left fielder Bant. Back-to-back base hits for the Eagles. Puts 2 on with nobody out in the 4th.
Next for Carson-Newman, the catcher,
Saunders
number
2 for
19,
2, a couple of base hits, one up the middle, another to left here. Brings Anne-Marie Richards to the plate. And the freshman catcher, 1-for-1 with a base hit. As I talked about, what a stretch she's been on across the last handful of games. Looking for another RBI, shows bunt. Tries to put it down just in front of home, but it comes back and hits her, so it is a foul ball. Richards this season with runners on, batting .297. But has done well against left-handers, 12 for 27 this season. The 0-1 dips down and away as Richards was showing bunt. She pulled back. With runners in scoring position, Richards, a .333 hitter, and has done a strong job at advancing runners. Michael Graves looking for that sack bunt. Richards doesn't show bunt, takes the 1-1, misses outside, and it's 2-0. Two balls and a strike to Richards in the righty's batter's box. Gregory at second, Saunders at first, the 2-1 home. Richards pops it up, center field, charging in comes Kara Davis. Hauls it in, puts one away, and Gregory has to hold put over at second base. The wind is blowing in from center field, so it's going to be a tall task to get a ball out that way. And so here comes Katie Mathena. 2 on, 1 away. Mathena's 0 for 1, grounded into a fielder's choice her last time up. Swings on the first pitch, drives it into right field. Wind holds it up, and a catch is made by Bella Harbor. Saunders was halfway to second, retreats back to first, but Gregory tags from second and goes to third. Man, if the wind is blowing any other direction than straight in from right center, Mathena might have been touching all the bases there as she tattooed one to right field, but ball just died as it got out towards right field, allowed Harbor to make the over-the-shoulder grab for out number 2. And so Kelly Roberts, after seeing that hit, is going to take a chance to go out and talk to her pitcher and her catcher in Maness just in front of the circle as Mathena tees one up. So now here it is for Lacey Keck with runners on the corners and 2 away. Freshman and arguably the biggest at-bat of her freshman season, trying to draw in the game's first run with Grace Gregory 60 feet away. First runner to reach third base for either side. Carson-Newman up to 5 hits, none for Anderson. Got to have a base runner through 3 innings against Atiana Stamper. And so here is Keck climbing into lefty's batter's box against lefty and Hobbs, as the Eagles try to draw first blood. First pitch to Keck. Change up that ends up in the top of the zone. And that's a first pitch strike to Keck. Keck had a big base hit against Lenore Ryan at the end of the regular season on April 21st, the 0-1. Hangs outside on a heater from Hobbs, 1-1. Didn't draw in any base runners, but on that hit against LR, but still it was a play that kind of sparked some confidence for the young freshman. The 1-1, swing and a miss out in front of the off speed from Hobbs. Drops beneath the belt, and Hobbs is 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Started with back-to-back base hits from Grace Gregory and Addie Saunders. Gregory's at third, Saunders at first. Back-to-back flyouts put Hobbs a strike away from getting out of it. The 1-2 misses, a touch outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 away. Winner takes on Lincoln Memorial tomorrow. Loser faces top seed Lenore Ryan in the first elimination game of the series, the 2-2. Keck chops one straight to the first baseman in Brockovic. She's going to tag out Keck, and the inning is over. Carson-Newman strands another pair of runners. They've left 5 on base across the last 3 innings. Sends it back to the Anderson Bats in a 0-0 ball game in the bottom of the 4th on the other side of this break on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Stamper home on the first pitch to Kara Davis. Missy is high and outside. Ball one. Still scoreless through 3.5 innings between 2-seed Anderson and 3-seed Carson-Newman. Eagles stranded 2 in the top half of the fourth. 1-0. Davis pops one up. Shallow left field. Saunders charges in on a slicing ball and retires Davis. Route number 1 here in the fourth.
Stepping in next for the
Tatiana
Trojans,
Stamper.
fielder,
It's been tough
Shelby
for
Bant.
Anderson to crack here. 10 up and 10 down. Brings up Shelby Bant, the left fielder. Lefty takes the first pitch that misses down and in. She showed bunt and pulled back as she was running up to attack it. Count goes to 1-0. Carson-Newman with the best chance for either side in the top of the fourth. Put 2 on with nobody out after back-to-back base hits from Grace Gregory and Addie Saunders. 1-0 to Bant. Misses high, 2-0. But the wind blowing in aided Anderson on a pair of fly balls. First one from Richards kept Gregory at second. Here's the 2-0. Bant chops one straight back to the pitcher and Stamper, and a wayward throw to the first baseman. Bailey gets away, and Anderson has its first base runner via an error from the freshman
Batting
pitcher and
next for
Stamper.
Anderson, the pitcher, 0-0, Carson Hawkins.
That's been the area of Stamper's game that has hurt her. Made a nice play with the glove to hold on to it, but just rushed the throw as Bailey was backpedaling to first. And so Bant represents Anderson's first base runner, and here comes Carson Hobbs 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch to Hobbs comes in low, 1-0. Also in that top half of the fourth inning, Katie Mathena hit a frozen rope to the right, but the wind blowing straight in from right destroyed the ball in the air. 1-0. Hobbs lifts a towering pop-up that'll stay on the infield on the right side. Just a touch onto the outfield grass. It's the shortstop, Smith. And there's out number 2. Smith came all the way over from
Up next for the Trojans,
basically in the middle between second and third
Lauren
to the right side of the
Brockovich.
second base bag and just had a beat on it from the jump. Such a savvy defensive player. As here comes Lauren Brockovich. First baseman 0 for 1 with a pop out. First pitch swing for Brockovich. Lifts it into foul ground down the left field line. Saunders on the move just in front of the wall. Makes the grab. That ends the inning. So Stamper works around her error, gives up her first base runner, but retires Hobbs and Brockovich to send us to the 5th. Scoreless through 4 between Carson-Newman and Anderson on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Top of the fifth inning, 0-0 between Carson-Newman and Anderson. Here in the second game of day one in the South Atlantic Conference Championship Series. Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagles Sports Network. Winner takes on Lincoln Memorial after its upset of number 1 LR in the SAC tournament. Shelby Armstrong leads off against Carson Hobbs. Comes home on the first pitch. Hobbs shoots it straight to the first baseman in Brakovic, who makes a nice backhand snag for out number 1. Armstrong tried to work it the other way. But Brakovic playing close to the line. Quick reactions. Retires Armstrong. As it turns back over to the top of the order with Malia Smith, 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout on her day. Home on the first pitch from Hobbs. The left-hander misses the mark. 1-0. No runs, 5 hits, and an error for Carson-Newman. No runs, no hits, no errors for Anderson through these first 4 innings. Smith puts a bunt down, straight back to the pitcher, and Hobbs picks it up, flips her hips, and goes to first to retire Smith for out number 2. As Malia Smith is yet to crack her way onto base. The fastest player on this Carson-Newman side is a quick out number 2 for Hobbs, as here comes Abby Martin, the center fielder. 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the third in a very similar situation. 2 outs. First pitch clips the outside half. 0-1. Martin in the first doubleheader between these two sides. Carson-Newman's best hitter went 4 for 6 with 3 RBIs in that contest. The 0-1 up above the letters, 1-1. Martin trying to regain that form that she had earlier in the regular season. Coming off a good game against Catawba in game 2. She went 0 for 2, but she worked a trio of walks. 1-1. Burns on the inside edge from Hobbs, and it's 1-2. For Martin, across her last 8 games, including today, that base hit was just her 4th in that stretch. 1-2 hangs low. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 away. And despite that tough stretch, Martin's still enjoying a career senior season. Here's the break even. Misses low and away. Martin, after back-to-back balls, works the count full. Wind has died down just a touch. There's just a slight breeze. You can feel it. Infield and outfield playing straight up. Payoff pitch. Off speed, called strike 3. Hobbs rings up Martin, puts her down looking for strikeout number 3 for the Sacs Player of the Year. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 0-0 between Carson-Newman and Anderson on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
5, 6, and 7 in the Anderson order against Atiana Stamper here in the bottom of the 5th. Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagles Sports Network. Cadence Barrick leads off. Stamper's first pitch home. Touch below the zone for her first pitch ball. Barrick 0 for 1. Went down looking against Stamper in the second. Anderson with just 1 base runner so far against Stamper. The 1-0. Hangs outside, 2 balls, no strikes. got their first runner on base in Shelby Bant via an error from Stamper in the bottom half of the fourth. 2-0 from Stamper. Misses high above the zone to Barrick. That's 3-0. Stamper looking to bounce back, put Barrick down on 3 pitches the first time they faced off here today. 3-0. Finds the top of the zone, 3-1. Bella Harbor and Jenna Davis to follow here in the 5th inning. 0-0 between Carson-Newman and Anderson. And the second game today, Lincoln Memorial upset Lenore Ryan in game 1. 3-1 from Stamper. Glanced foul straight back from Barrick, and Stamper working backwards, runs the count full. This contest so pivotal for both these sides. They came in at 6th and 7th in the regional rankings. Payoff pitch from Stamper. Barrick lifts it in the air down the left field line. Saunders gives it a look, but we'll watch it land in the Carson-Newman bullpen. So we'll do it all over again on another payoff pitch. Anderson was number 6, Carson-Newman number 7 in the regional rankings. Trying to cement themselves in the NCAA tournament. Payoff pitch from Stamper. Swing and a miss. Barrick out in front of an off-speed from Stamper. Strikeout number 5 for the freshman.
Now batting for the Trojans, number 22.
And battles
right
back to win round
Bella
2 against Barrick.
Harbor.
As here comes Bella Harbor. The right fielder went down looking just like Barrick in the second. First pitch to her. Fouled away. It tips it off the end of her bat. That's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 from Stamper. Sizzles on the inner half, and it's 0-2. Stamper has looked comfortable and in control in the circle. Just one base runner allowed, and it was Bant on an error. Other than that, 5 strikeouts. Nobody else has reached. The 0-2. Rise ball that sails upstairs and goes to the backstop. No damage done. Infield and outfield playing straight up, maybe a touch back against Harbor, the right fielder. Stands in the righty's batter's box. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Stamper goes to the rise ball. There's strikeout number 6. Back-to-back Ks. Puts 2 away in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Brings Jenna Davis to the plate. The shortstop 0 for 1 with a flyout. Open stance in the lefty's batter's box. Stamper home on the first pitch. Then Davis slaps it foul down the third base side and onto the walkway. Deadlocked at 0 between Carson-Newman and Anderson here in the bottom of the 5th. The 0-1 from Stamper. Misses down and away against Davis. 1 ball and 1 strike. Infield creeps in against Davis. Corners crashing in, the 1-1. Davis on the ground, off the glove of Bailey and into right field. Bailey couldn't snag it on the backhand. Armstrong dove and it got away from her. We'll see how they rule it. Will it be the first hit for Anderson?
Stepping in next for the Trojans, the second baseman, number 11.
And it will be.
Kinsley Dunn.
Jenna Davis breaks up the no-hitter in the bottom of the 5th with an infield single. Stamper did something very similar against Catawba in game 1 of the opening round series. Had a no-hitter into the 6th inning. For Dakota Wilkins broke that up. And so Davis does it here. And so here's Kinsley Dunn with 2 away and 1 on in the righty's batter's box. Stamper comes home, misses high and outside. when it's 1-0. Pressure's on with each base runner that gets on. While for Anderson, it's been limited. Would love to give Carson Hobbs a lead as Stamper steps backwards off the slab and will regather herself, climbs back on. .1-0 on the way. Dunn flies it in the air, left field. Saunders ranges into the gap and retires Dunn for out number 3. So Davis picks up Anderson's first hit with 2 away, but nothing further as we go into the 6th. Who's going to break first? 0-0 between Carson-Newman and Anderson on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Through 5 innings, 0-0 between number 2 Anderson and number 3 Carson-Newman in Game 2 of the SAC Championship Series. Winner takes on 4-seed Lincoln Memorial that upset top seed Lenore. Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagles Sports Network. Macaulay Bailey leads off. First pitch from Carson Hobbs. It's her bread and butter changeup. Gets Bailey off bounce with a hefty swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Macaulay Bailey, program's all-time leader in home runs and RBIs. Looking for a marquee swing. The 0-1 misses down and away, 1-1. Became the SAC's all-time leader in RBIs, up to 247 in her career after a pair of RBIs against Catawba in Game 2. 0 for 2 today, 1-1. Hobbs catches the bottom of the zone, 1-2. Bailey with an open stance in the righty's batter's box towards the top of the box. 1-2, off speed that sails upstairs, 2-2. Grace Gregory and Addie Saunders to follow. Gregory and Saunders have been so good today. 3 hits between the two. Bailey trying to start a party here in the 6th. 2-2. Grounds it foul, straight back behind home plate. And we'll do it all over again. Catching up with Mack after all SAC honor. Said she couldn't have picked better teammates or people to have in her final season. Says she goes into each game now like there's nothing to lose. Here's the break even. Misses low, 3-2. Said she's been waiting for her moment to have a bat flip, something she's done and been accustomed to in her career with her power. Here's the payoff pitch. Bailey grounds it foul, third base side, out in front and on top of the changeup from Hobbs. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody gone here to the first hitter in the 6th. 0-0. Bunch of goose eggs on the scoreboard. 3-2, hooked foul on a sizzling shot from Bailey down the left field line. So the pressure builds with each pitch. Carson-Newman's had the clutch Dean in these spots. He's taken the lead late in so many contests this season. Another 3-2. Bailey in the air. Left center field. There it goes. goes off the top of the wall, and it stays in play. Oh, my goodness. Inches from Macaulay Bailey for it being a home run. It hits off the top of the wall and stays in play, but it's a leadoff double.
Up next for Carson-Newman, the third baseman, number 47, Grace Gregory.
And so head coach Michael Graves makes a long walk down the third base side, is going to chat with Amber DeWall, the home plate umpire. Going to go to a pinch runner. It's Bailey Worley that's going to come in for Macaulay Bailey. The senior was just, I don't even know if you can say inches, maybe centimeters from a bat flip home run. But she's greeted by lots of smiles and high fives and hugs in the Carson-Newman dugout after a leadoff double to get things going in the sixth.
Macaulay Bailey is number 5, Bailey Worley.
So Worley, pinch runner over at second, senior out of Black Mountain, North Carolina, has been a go-to pinch runner in these spots. Has had a couple of miscues on the bases, but represents the go-ahead run here on the top of the sixth. Grace Gregory at the plate in the righty's batter's box. First pitch home from Hobbs. Sails upstairs, 1-0. Would have been the 8th home run of the season for Macaulay Bailey, 56th of her career. Just had a little bit more to it. The 1-0, Gregory line shot into center field. Picked up by Davis, a quick throw in. Worley stops at third. Gregory with her second base hit puts Worley 60 feet away over at third. And Gregory pumped up over at first, points back to her dugout. And so here comes Addie Saunders. In the biggest spot of this contest, Kelly Roberts enters onto the stage from her first base dugout, brings the infield in to the circle. Outfielders converge out in center. They're going to talk with Carson Hobbs. 7 hits now for Carson-Newman after the double from Macaulay Bailey and the single from Grace Gregory. It's put runners on the corners with nobody out in the top of the 6th inning. Hobbs is going to stay in this contest, and hard to go away from her and what she's done this season, especially in the circle. Came in with a 3.73 ERA, led this Anderson staff with 11 wins across 99 innings. Will face Addie Saunders, who she's yet to retire today. 2 for 2 with a pair of base hits as Bailey Worley at third as the go-ahead run. First pitch to Saunders. Cements itself on the inner half, and it's 0-1. So many times this season, Carson-Newman has had the flair for the dramatic. They've taken the lead in the 6th inning or later in 11 games this season. The 0-1 catches the outer half, and it's 0-2 against Saunders. Gregory at first. Worley at third, Saunders in the lefty's batter's box against the lefty in Hobbs. Nobody out. Infield a touch in. The 0-2. Saunders, slow roller, first base side. It's a fair ball picked up by the second baseman, Dunn. She goes to first. Saunders is retired. Worley stayed put over at third. And so there's no force out on the bases as Gregory advances
Now
up to second.
For the Eagles, the catcher, number 19, Anne-Marie Richards.
Saunders nearly able to leg out an infield single and put serious pressure on. Now job goes to Anne-Marie Richards. Got to get a ball to the outfield. Richards with a pair of sac flies in Game 2 against Catawba. Part of her 4 RBI day. First pitch hangs outside against the right-handed hitting catcher. Three for 3, 4 RBIs in that second contest. Infield in, the 1-0. Nearly hits Richards high and tight. It's 2-0. 1 for 2 with a base hit and a pop out to center field. This inning started with a near wall scraper in a double from Macaulay Bailey. Here's the 2-0. Richards hesitates on the off speed That stamps itself in the heart of the zone, 2-1. Then it was a single from Grace Gregory, and now a ground out of Saunders. Runners on second and third, with one gone. Gregory at second. Worley, game's first run at third, the 2-1. Richards fouls it off, hits off the inside of her left foot, and it's 2-2. 7 hits for Carson-Newman, just 1 for Anderson. Richards, who has spent so much time in the cages back half of this season, trying to come through in a big spot again. 2-2, Richards, sinking line drive into right center, and it's down for a base hit. Worley will come in to score. Gregory the green light, the relay throw home, not in time. Carson-Newman draws first blood on a 2-run single from Anne-Marie Richards. It's 2-0 in the top of the 6th inning. Biggest hit of her freshman season. Richards puts the Eagles in front 2-0. And so here comes Katie Mathena with another runner in scoring position. Richards, as I said, going into her last at-bat, batting .333 with runners in scoring position. Mathena takes the first pitch, ball high and outside, and so the 23rd hit for Richards. With runners in scoring position, gives her RBIs number 39 and 40 in her rookie year. 1-0 to Mathena. Chopper, left side of the infield, picked up deep in the hole by the shortstop Davis. Long throw to first, gets away from the first baseman Brakovic. Richards up to third, takes a wide turn, stops there. Mathena scampers up another 60 feet to second base with no hesitation. Dug her feet into the dirt. Chugged up to second base. It will be ruled a hit. And then advancing to second on the throwing error is Mathena. And so Carson-Newman breaking through in this spot, as there might be a change here at the plate or either on the bases for head coach Michael Graves. He's got his lineup card out, and he's going to the bench. Lacey Keck will come out, and Sarah Walker will check in at the DP spot, and a change in the circle. Caroline Morgan will come in place of Carson Hobbs, who went 5 1/3 innings. Kept this Carson-Newman offense off the board for so long. The Eagles able to muster something together and draw across the game's first 2 runs on a 2-run single from Anne-Marie Richards. She's now over at third. After the single from Mathena and the throwing error from the shortstop in Davis. And so Caroline Morgan will step into the circle. She was listed as the DP in the flex spot because Hobbs is such a dynamic hitter. She was going to now go to the DP spot in that 3-hitter position for Anderson. For Morgan this season, it's been a bit of a late showing for
New pitcher in the ball game for Anderson.
For Morgan.
Caroline Morgan.
The sophomore out of Silver Creek, Georgia, stands at 5'11" and is a right-hander. Will face the right-hander in Walker. 2.79 ERA and a 4-0 record, making her 14th appearance. Has 3 saves on the year. Walker in her first at-bat of the day. Takes the first pitch that misses outside for Morgan. Has Richards at third and Mathena at second. Infield in for Anderson, a 2-0 Carson-Newman lead. In the top of the 6th, they'd have been 5 straight innings of goose eggs for these two sides. 1-0 to Walker. Shoots it straight to first. Brakovic picks it up, steps on the bag, and Richards has to stay put over at third. Strong play by Brakovic to keep that one in front of her and not let it get out of reach. Otherwise, Richards would have had a decision to make over at third. And so here comes the 9-hitter, Shelby Armstrong, lined out to Brockovic her last time up. It'd be so big for Carson-Newman to draw in a couple more runs in this spot as the infield moves back to its normal spots. Armstrong cuts and misses on the first pitch from Morgan.
Carson-Newman, the second baseman, number 6, Shelby Armstrong.
Morgan threw 37 and 2/3 innings of work. Opponents have been batting .272 against her. 16 runs, 15 of those earned on 40 hits with 22 Ks. The 0-1. Delayed swing from Armstrong, a touch late on the off-speed from Morgan. It was walked just 9 batters. Morgan had a complete game in its series-clinching win for Anderson against Wingate in Game 3, an 8-3 victory for the Trojans. 0-2 to Armstrong, misses upstairs, 1-2. For the 12th time this season, Carson-Newman has taken the lead in the 6th inning or later. Came on a 2-run single from Anne-Marie Richards. The 1-2 to Armstrong. Checks her swing, holds back as it just drifts outside from Morgan to the right-handed hitting second baseman. Two-two, swing and a miss. Morgan gets out of the jam, leaves 2 on the bases, but Anne-Marie Richards, go ahead, 2-run single, gives Carson-Newman game's first runs and the first lead. It's 2-0 Carson-Newman as we go to the bottom of the 6th on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
2-0 Carson-Newman in the bottom of the 6th inning. Atiana Stamper back into the circle, home on a first pitch. The 9-hitter Chloe Maness goes after the first offering, lifts it in the air to right field. Mathena takes a couple of steps to her left, and Maness is retired for out number 1. It had been 5 straight innings of goose eggs on the scoreboard. A pitcher's duel between Atiana Stamper and Carson Hobbs. But in the 6th inning, Carson-Newman broke through a double from Macaulay Bailey that nearly left the yard, just inches away. So it's back to the top of the order with Kara Davison. She takes a first pitch strike on the inner half. Stands in lefty's batter's box. A single from Grace Gregory put runners on the corners. A ground out from Saunders put both in scoring position. The 0-1. Davis, a chopper to the shortstop. Smith picks it up on a hop, throws to first. It's low and gets past Bailey. Davis turns around first, goes up to second. Second error by the Eagles gives Anderson a base runner with 1 away. Well, it's going to be a tough play for Smith, but wasn't able to set her feet strong enough, and the throw came in low to Bailey. Taking a little bit of time to decide what to do, and it is ruled an error against Smith. Second error charged to the Eagles. And so here comes Shelby Bant with a runner in scoring position. First pitch from Stamper misses upstairs.
Fielder number 12, Shelby Bant.
So Anderson has its first runner in scoring position today. Just picked up its first hit against Stamper an inning ago in the 5th on a single from Jenna Davis that didn't leave the infield. Bant puts a bunt down. It's past the third baseman and Gregory. Up to third goes Davis. And now runners on the corners, 1 away against Stamper. An infield single for Bant.
For Anderson, the pitcher,
Pushed it to the third base
00,
side. Gregory
Carson
lost her
Hobbs.
footing. Dirties up her uniform, and so now the pressure on for Stamper as the tying run's on the bases, and the go-ahead run comes to the plate, represented by Carson Hobbs. It's actually changed the the error for Davis is an infield single, and she advances to second on the error from Malia Smith. And now a single here for Bant puts runners on the corners. One away, and here comes Carson Hobbs. Anna Marie Richards delivered a 2-run single to give Carson-Newman its first lead of the game, and the game's first runs, 2-0 advantage. But here comes Anderson in the bottom half of the 6th as these dormant offenses trying to come alive. Righty on lefty matchup. Time is called by the home plate umpire Amber DeWall as the music and walk-up song for Hobbs kept playing. And so Stamper settles back in against the Sacks Player of the Year. First pitch home to Hobbs. Called strike. Runner going, and Bant, there's no throw down to second. 4 outs out of the equation on a stolen base from Shelby Bant. Her 17th of the season. Here's the 0-1. Hobbs lifts it out of play, straight back behind home plate, 0-2. So the tying run in scoring position for Anderson, represented by Bant. Back-to-back infield base hits for Anderson. Sets the stage for their top hitter in Hobbs. The 0-2 home. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. A 1-2 home. A foul tip. Oh no, it caught the hand of Hobbs, and it's a get-out-of-jail-free card for the Sacks Player of the Year, and a 2-strike count. It loads the bases.
Stepping in next for Anderson, the first baseman, number 57, Lauren Brockovich.
And so Lauren Brockovich will come up with the bases loaded. Now the umpires, Amber DeWall, Ray Thacker, and Jack Kling, going to come together after that last sequence that caught Carson Hobbs on a check swing. She was able to hold back and caught her up on the hand on a rise ball. She's down on a knee at first base, pointing to her left elbow forearm area. And the umpires converge, and they all agree it's still a hit by pitch, but looks like Michael Graves, who was 1 for 1 with challenges in the first round matchup against Catawba, is going to try and utilize that once again. He was successful on a challenge in game 1. In the second inning, on a slide in from Katie Mathena. Or it does not appear so. Or rather, it's confirmed. I'm not exactly sure. I'm kind of in the dark here. Down the first base side. Either way, everyone disperses back to their spots. The base is loaded with 1 away. Stamper home on the first offering to Brockovich. Called strike on the outer half on a first pitch strike. Here comes the 0-1. This is high, 1-1. Brockovich 0 for 2. A pop out and a fly out. 1 ball and 1 strike. With 1 away. Go-ahead run over at first, represented by Carson Hobbs. Tying run in Bant at second. 1-1. Brockovich fouls it away. Straight on top of the press box and behind home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Hobbs at first, Bant at second, Davis at third after flurry of miscues from Carson-Newman. Righty-on-righty matchup. Stamper home on the 1-2. Brockovic, line drive into center field. It's sinking in. Martin can't make the grab. Coming around third, here comes Bant. She's safe. It's a 2-run single from Lauren Brockovic, and the game is tied. A flare by Brockovic. Martin was unable to get there in time, and Bant with a tremendous read. Had no hesitation going from second to home. Davis scored just in front of her. And so now the go-ahead run for Anderson over at second in Carson Hobbs after a 2-run single
Batting next for the Trojans,
from Lauren
the third
Brockovic.
baseman, number 27, Cadence Barrett.
And there's going to be a pinch runner over at second base in place of Hobbs. It will be Jolie Davis, freshman out of Anderson, South Carolina. On the first hit that has left the infield for Anderson as Barrett goes around on the first pitch she sees from Stamper. It's 0-1 on a foul ball down the third base side.
Jolie Davis.
Barrick's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. But back-to-back infield singles from Davis and Bant. The 0-1. Barrick a foul tip that goes straight back, and it's 0-2. Davis had a chopper to the shortstop Smith, whose throw to first was wayward. Davis went up to second, then a bunt from Bant saw Grace Gregory lose her footing. The 0-2. Barrett pops it up. It'll stay on the infield. Smith calling off Armstrong on the right side of the infield to the right side of the circle. Puts away Barrett for out number 2. And so here comes Bella Harbor with 2 away. A hit by pitch from Carson Hobbs with 2 strikes. Loaded the bases for Brockovic's 2-run single. So Anderson answering Carson-Newman with a pair of runs here in the 6th. First pitch to Harbor. Touch outside, 1-0. It was Anne-Marie Richards with ice-breaking 2-run single on top of the 6th. The 1-0 finds the inside half. Buried down and in against Harbor, and it's 1-1. And now it's Brockovic. 2 RBI, base hit. 1-1 to Harbor. Pops it up. It will drift over my head. And out of play. 1-2 with 2 away. It seems almost fitting that these two sides that came down to the last batter, the last out on the first 2 regular season meetings, going toe-to-toe once again. Here's a 1-2. Strike 3 called. Harbor down looking. Strikeout number 7 from Stamper. She strands the go-ahead run on the bases. So we go to the 7th. Same way we started the 6th, tied. But this time it's 2-2. 7th inning coming up after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network, and we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Smith.
2-2 as we come into the 7th on the Eagles Sports Network. Winner takes on Lincoln Memorial with a chance to advance to the championship portion of this championship series here at Sheena Holler Field. Matt Scalzo with you. Loser takes on Lenore Ryan in the first elimination game. Malia Smith leads off against Caroline Morgan. Top of the order for the Eagles. The right-hander Morgan comes home to Smith. Chopper towards the second baseman, Dunn. Picks it up, goes to first. It is in time to retire Smith, who's adamant she was safe. Head coach Michael Graves looking towards his dugout.
Up next,
not going to use his challenge.
Number 14, Abby Martin.
Or maybe now he is as he's walking towards home plate umpire Amber DeWall on the third base side. Now he's challenging the last play to say Smith was safe. And that would put tremendous speed on the bases in the top of the 7th. Infield, or the umpires rather, come together about 5 feet in front of the circle, and DeWall, Ray Thacker, and Jack Kling. Smith staying put over at first base after Carson-Newman took a 2-0 lead in the top of the 6th on a 2-run single from Anne-Marie Richards. And then Lauren Brockovic with a 2-run single of her own in the bottom of the 6th knotted us back up 2 balls and 2 strikes. Or to 2-2, not 2 balls and 2 strikes. And so we're here in the 7th. And the play at first base stands. Smith is retired for the 7th inning's first out. So now the pressure builds just a little bit more as Abby Martin comes up to the plate. Smith 0 for 4. Strikeout, 3 groundouts. Martin 1 for 3. Morgan comes home to Martin. Misses upstairs on a first pitch ball. Here comes the 1-0. Rise ball high. 2-0. Here's the 2-0 to Martin. High, ball 3. Martin worked 3 walks in game 2 against Catawba last weekend on Sunday. Trying to be the go-ahead run for Carson-Newman here in the 7th after an uncharacteristic bottom half of the 6th. 3-0 home. Right down Broadway from Morgan as Martin was taking all the way, and it's 3-1. Here comes the 3-1. Misses down and in against Martin. It's a 5-pitch walk, and Carson-Newman has the go-ahead run on the bases in Abby Martin, and so here comes Macaulay Bailey. That was oh so close to a game-changing solo shot to lead off the 6th inning. It hit off the top of the wall in left center field and then came back into the field of play. Righty-on-righty matchup, first pitch to Bailey. Finds the top of the zone from Morgan, 0-1. Martin with good speed over at first base. Top 10 in Carson-Newman history in terms of stolen bases, has 19 on the season. Here's the 0-1 to Macaulay Bailey. Hangs low, just beneath the knees, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Bailey drives it out into center field. Drifting back is Davis, and she's able to make the catch as she spins and crashes into the wall. Martin retreats back to first. A couple of hard-hit balls from Macaulay Bailey, but not going out today. As here comes Grace Gregory, and Kelly Roberts comes out of the first base side dugout to talk with Morgan and her catcher Maness in this spot. Michael Graves going to start his own little meeting on third base side with Martin, who's on the bases, Addie Saunders, who's on deck, and Grace Gregory, who's going to be stepping in, along with graduate assistant Hayden Dye. Against Grace Gregory, who has only elevated her play as this season has moved along. In conference play, she's batting .466, 7 home runs, 28 RBIs. While that doesn't count in the tournament, it was a big explainer as to what has led to Gregory's success in the second half of this season. Missed all of last season at North Alabama after tearing her ACL. Has come to Carson-Newman, says each day has been a blessing with this team. She's refound her love for softball. She's batting .396 on the season coming into today. 2 for 3 with a couple of base hits. First pitch from Morgan to Gregory. High drive into left center field. Davis drifting back up against the wall. Unable to make the catch. Martin motors around third. Coming in to score. Gregory, another major league hit. A double to give Carson-Newman the lead in the top of the 7th. Ambushing the first pitch from Morgan. And Carson-Newman back in front, 3-2.
Stepping in next for the Eagles, go left fielder, number 44.
Davis had a beat on it in the left center. Got her glove to it, but as she crashed into the wall, popped back out. And time is called by Michael Graves down the third base side. He's going to, I think, go to a pinch runner here for Grace Gregory as Addie Saunders is going to be coming to the plate. And it will be Reese Winchester as the pinch runner. Grace Gregory, the go-ahead double in the top of the 7th, gives Carson-Newman a 3-2 lead.
The run at second base for Carson-Newman, number 2.
5th double
Reese
in the last
Winchester.
2 games for Gregory. As here comes Addie Saunders with Reese Winchester at second. First pitch from Morgan misses off the plate outside. 1-0. Right-hander Morgan rocks home the 1-0, hangs upstairs. Two balls and no strikes against Saunders. 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. Here's the 2-0. Saunders ground ball back up the middle and into center field. Winchester, the green light home. The throw to the plate's cut off by Morgan. Saunders slides in feet first to second. 2-run lead on an RBI single from Addie Saunders. And it's 4-2 Carson-Newman. Back-to-back clutch 2-out hits from Grace Gregory, and now Addie Saunders, her third hit of the game.
Newman, the catcher, number 19, and Marie Richards.
Saunders advancing on the throw in. It was a smart cutoff by Morgan. Knew there was not going to be a play at home. But Saunders, with her speed, able to get in. So here comes Anne-Marie Richards. Takes the first pitch high and outside in the righty's batter's box. That's 1-0. A pair of big-time hits. 1-0. Bounces in. Gets away from Maness. Saunders, with no hesitation, advances up to third on a wild pitch from Morgan. And so Richards trying to bring Saunders in to give Carson-Newman a 3-run cushion heading to the bottom of the 7th. It started with a 5-pitch walk from Abby Martin, fly out of Macaulay Bailey, and then Grace Gregory, nearly an 11th home run. Just needed a couple more feet. but it popped out of the glove of Kara Davis as she crashed into the wall. Gave Gregory another double, and Martin, like Speed Racer, was motoring around the bases. Here comes a 2-0 to Richards. Comes in down Main Street, 2-1. Richards had the big hit that broke this game open, a 2-run single in the 6th. Trying to drive in Saunders, who made it a 4-2 lead on an RBI single. The 2-1. Richards jammed and pops it up out of play, first base side. 2 balls and 2 strikes. $11 hits now for Carson-Newman. Anderson's 4, a 4-2 lead. Saunders at third. Break even from Morgan to Richards. Clubs one high in the air to left, but it is pulled foul into the trees. Straighten that one out. It leaves the yard, and Carson-Newman dugout goes into a frenzy. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 away. 2 for 3 afternoon for Richards. Lights starting to flicker on here in Hickory. Another 2-2 for Morgan. Richards ground ball left side into left field. 3rd RBI of the afternoon for Richards as Saunders comes in to score. It's a 5-2. Carson-Newman lead in the top of the 7th.
Up next for
3 consecutive 2-out RBIs from Carson-Newman in the heart of this order from Gregory, Saunders, and now Anne-Marie Richards. As there's going to be another change in the circle for Anderson, Cora Kilgore is going to replace Morgan, who goes an inning and a third, giving up 3 runs, all of them earned on 3 hits with a strikeout and a walk. My goodness, Carson-Newman, the late heroics again. I guess that counts now as the 13th time that Carson-Newman has taken the lead in a game in the 6th inning or later. As Anne-Marie Richards tacks on some insurance, 2 runs in the 6th, now 3 here in the 7th, as Carson-Newman looks to advance in the winner's bracket, set up a showdown with Lincoln Memorial, its in-state rival. And game 1 of day 2, it is set for a 10:30 first pitch. Meanwhile, for Anderson, they fall. Gets a little uncomfortable in terms of regional standings. Came in a spot ahead of Carson-Newman, and that would set up a elimination game between the top 2 seeds in the SAC tournament tomorrow at 1 p.m. after Lincoln Memorial upset Lenore-Rhine in the first game today. So Katie Mathena comes in, trying to continue this string of 2-out hitting. Faces Cora Kilgore, the left-hander, home on the first pitch to Mathena. Oh, wave of the miss on a drop pitch. Kilgore, freshman out of Smithville, Tennessee. Holds a 3.91 ERA this season. 10-3 record, making her 24th appearance, the 0-1. Touch off the outer part of the plate to the right-handed hitting Mathena, 1-1. 4 saves for Kilgore, has gone 87 2/3 innings pitched, leads this Anderson team with 102 strikeouts. Opponents batting .249 against the freshman lefty. 1-1. Touch low to Mathena, 2-1. Marquee hits from seniors for Carson-Newman. It was Bailey that started the party with a near home run. Now Gregory here in the 7th. 2-1, Mathena on the ground into left field through the 5-6 hole. Back-to-back base hits through that exact spot for Carson-Newman. And it's 4 straight 2-out base hits. As this game has moved along, Carson-Newman has just elevated its hitting, elevated its approach. That head coach Michael Graves has preached time and time again. Strike zone knowledge, laying off junk. And they've made Anderson pitch to them. Not going after any of the low pitches. As Sarah Walker comes in. First pitch to Walker, shoots it foul down the right field line. First pitch strike from Kilgore. Walker 0 for 1 with a ground out to the first baseman Brockovic in the 6th. Came in as a pinch hitter for Lacey Keck. As Richards at second, Mathena at first to 5-2. Carson-Newman lead here in the 7th. The 0-1. Rise ball that hangs upstairs, 1-1. The inning continues. Second baseman Shelby Armstrong waits on deck. The 1-1. Check swing from Walker. Doesn't matter, it's a called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 away. RBI double from Gregory, RBI single from Saunders, and another RBI base hit from Anne-Marie Richards. Plates 3 runs for Carson-Newman, the 1-2. Walker down the first base side. It is foul, just by a hair. So we'll do it all over again on another 1-2 offering with 2 away here in the top of the 7th. Walker resets herself high up in the righty's batter's box against the southpaw and Kilgore. The 1-2. Rise ball high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Richards at second, Mathena at first. Infield and outfield straight up. Corners a touch in for Anderson. Break even from Kilgore. Walker clubs it straight to the second baseman and Davis. She'll go to first and the inning is over. But Carson-Newman with 3 runs in the top of the 7th. An RBI double from Gregory. And then back-to-back RBI singles from Addie Saunders and Anne-Marie Richards. Tatiana Stamper looking for 3 more outs. Carson-Newman trying to advance when we come back on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijo's, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijo's is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijo's features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
7, 8, and 9 up for Anderson here in the bottom of the 7th as Carson-Newman looks for 3 more outs to advance in the winner's bracket in the South Atlantic Conference Championship Series here on day 1, the nightcap. It's been a thriller. Offenses saved it for late. 2 runs by both sides in the 6th, 3 runs for the Eagles here in the 7th as Tatiana Stamper looks to go the distance here. Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagles Sports Network. Stamper home on the first pitch to Davis. A chopper straight to the shortstop in Smith. Fires to first. Out number 1. 2 more outs needed for Carson-Newman. Stamper gave up 2 runs to Anderson in the 6th inning, but got 2 big outs. And Cadence Barrick and Bella Harbor with the go-ahead run for Anderson on second after a 2-run single from Lauren Brockovic. And now a pinch hitter
Anderson, number
for
19,
Anderson.
Cheney Crosby.
It is Cheney Crosby in place of Kinsley Dunn. First pitch to Crosby, glances it straight back foul. Crosby, a sophomore out of 6 Mile, South Carolina. Batting .337 this season. Anderson needs a lot of base runners. The 0-1, swing and a miss from Crosby. Was tardy on the offering from Stamper, and it's 0-2. 7 strikeouts for Stamper. Lefty and Crosby sets in. Here's the 0-2. Screwball outside, 1-2. Outfield is deep for Carson-Newman. Not the deepest park here at Sheena Holler Field. Just 200 down left and right field lines. The 1-2, Crosby pulls one down the right field line into foul territory. Mathena drifts over and hauls it in for out number 2. And so the last hope for Anderson is the 9-hitter in Chloe Maness. Winner takes on Lincoln Memorial at 10:30 tomorrow morning.
Number 20, Chloe Maness.
And essentially the championship of the winners bracket. Loser takes on Lenore Ryan, who was upset by the Rail Splitters in this championship series first elimination game tomorrow. First pitch from Stamper up above the letters. 1-0 to Maness, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. There comes the 1-0. Maness, soft liner that sinks into left field for a base hit in front of Saunders and out of reach for Malia Smith. So the 9-hitter does her job, and Maness gets a base hit and sends it back to the top of the order with Kara Davis.
The center fielder, number 8, Kara Davis.
Davis started that 2-run 6th on a base hit to the shortstop in Smith. The throwing error advanced her up to second. Then a bunt single from Shelby Bant put 2 on, and a hit by pitch by Carson Hobbs worked the bases loaded. First pitch to Davis. Stamper with a little extra heat on it. Cements it in the heart of the zone, 0-1. Infield in against Davis. Lefty slapper, the 0-1. Misses high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's a 1-1 to Davis. Chopper to Smith. Picks it up. Goes to first. It's a low throw. Bailey brings it in. Check, please. Carson-Newman advances on. They set up a date with Lincoln Memorial tomorrow morning. A 5-2 win. Carson-Newman sit 2 runs in the 6th, 3 in the 7th. And now Anderson heads into an elimination game tomorrow with Lenore Ryan.
Here from Macquarie Family Stadium.
Tomorrow at 1 p.m.
5, Anderson 2.
But Carson-Newman and Lincoln Memorial, 2 lower seeds, knocking off the higher seeds here on day 1. They'll face tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. here on the Eagles Sports Network. Man, what a good one it was. And for Carson-Newman, not only does it help them advance in the South Atlantic Conference Tournament, but it very well could be the win that puts them into the NCAA tournament. Came in as the 7th seed in the regional rankings, 1 spot behind Anderson. But this win can help jump the Trojans, especially if they fall tomorrow, to Lenore Ryan. Carson-Newman, Anne-Marie Richards, player of the game. 3 for 4, 3 RBIs. Game-winning hit. Grace Gregory, who was 3 for 4. A pair of 3-hit outings from Gregory, Saunders, and Richards in the middle part of that order. Carson-Newman totals 5 runs on 13 hits with 2 errors. For Anderson, 2 runs on 5 hits and an error. Pitching-wise, Atiana Stamper, a complete game, goes 7 innings, sub 100 pitches at 98. Strikes out 7, walks nobody, gives up 2 runs on just the 5 hits. And I got my work cut out for me to decide who the player of the game is. I might have a lot of interviews coming out this evening. But for Carson-Newman, huge to advance, pick up a win in the South Atlantic Conference Tournament, take down Anderson, and they'll face Lincoln Memorial tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. here on the Eagles Sports Network. The Rail Splitters, an upset win of top seed and hosts Lenore Ryan 3-1 in the first game today. Now those 2 sides come together, trying to advance in what is the championship of the winners bracket. It's a express lane shot into the championship series, where they would take on the winner of the losers bracket on Saturday, May 9th, and a chance to win SAC tournament in that game. Meanwhile, for Anderson, as I said, 1 p.m. tomorrow against Lenore Ryan, the game in the bracket's first elimination game. But till tomorrow, I'm Matt Scalzo saying so long from Hickory, North Carolina. It was a thriller. Carson-Newman, 3 runs in the 7th. Gregory, the game-winning hit. Anne-Marie Richards, 3 RBIs. Atiana Stamper, a complete game. Date with the Rail Splitters tomorrow morning at 10:30 here from Sheena Hollifield. Till then, Matt Scalzo saying so long and signing off from Hickory. See you tomorrow on the Eagles Sports Network. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday night.